Good afternoon. This is Senior Grandmaster Jimenez with My Story, Like It or Not. This is chapter 18. What chapter 18 is going to be about is going from young to going to old in the martial arts, how you can deal with it. Some people can deal with it well, some people can't deal with it well. Myself, to be honest with you, I have a hard time with it, but I just come to realize that that's just the way it's going to be. When you're young, I'm going to talk about myself. I can't speak for other people, but for myself, when I was younger and training hard and stuff like that, you would never think in your mind that you'd be old and you can't kick or you can't do certain things, and you just think it would never happen. And I'm talking about myself. I said, "Oh no, never be me," which is just by being naive and young. When I started around 10 or 11, I'm going on 66 now. So it's been a while, and I've trained hard. And it's taken a toll on my body, my legs, and stuff, my hips and stuff like that. But I remember when I was younger, especially like training, and we sparred every day. You can spar all day and all night. You can spar and stuff, and no big deal. You get up, boom, next morning you do what you have to do and spar again, and I trained like 7 days a week and stuff. Never really felt it, you know. But as time goes on, you kind of start feeling it a little bit more and a little bit more and stuff like that. I remember in the past, myself and Grandmaster Willis, we've been friends since we were little kids. And we'd go out before a tournament. We'd be out like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes later. And had to be up at 6 to leave for the tournaments. But that's what we did. And we'd go out there, boom, 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 take first place, grand champion, whatever. And because you have that youth in you and the will to do that. So for my part, as I got older, it got a little bit harder. If I get done sparring, I was a little bit like, oh, next day I was like, oh, kind of sore, and stuff like that. Then when you get older, it's even more harder because then you sit back and you look at in your past what you've done and accomplished. So then in your mind you would think, oh, I can still do that. I can still go out there and compete and stuff like that, and I can do it. I remember it was 2015. Actually, the award's right there above my head. When the Grandmasters, he got a hold of me. He said, "Hey, we're having this tournament, and we're having a Grandmaster division to see if we get all you old guys out there to see if you guys still have it." No, I haven't competed yet at that time for like 22 years. I just haven't competed, nothing like that. And, or really sparred that much, So I don't know why I said, oh, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Then I asked around, if people around up here in Tahoe, if I can come spar with them. No, you can't. I asked people before in the Brentwood Discovery Bay area. No, you can't. No, no, no. My guys aren't in the same league as you are, and so on and so on. And so I wound up making a joke out of it. I'd get in the jacuzzi at the casino, and I'd sit there. Like, hey, I'm working out today. I got 10 minutes in the jacuzzi. Then I'm going to go eat. I just made a joke out of it. But I did give my word. So I had to compete. And what made it harder that day was my cousin had passed. And I had to carry her casket, one of the pallbearers. So I had to drive from Lake Tahoe all the way to San Leandro. Went to the church thing. We went to the cemetery. We carried her and put her in. I'm getting phone calls. Dude, they're a piece of pack. They're waiting for you to come compete and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, I'll be there. So I left from the cemetery all the way I went back to Tracy. I had my suit on and everything. I just changed, borrowed some pads, and I went out there. It's kind of like riding a bicycle. You know, I was fine. My wind wasn't there. My main part was my wind. And maybe my kicks, I couldn't kick it, to the head like I used to as good. I still wound up taking first place. I beat him like 5-0, but um, that's just because I had more experience. It wasn't, that's all. He was a real nice guy. But that was the last time I competed in 2015. And that was just kind of like a freak thing to do that. But doing that, I mean, I had a fun time. It was like I said, riding a bicycle, but my legs wasn't there. I mean, I could barely stand on them and stuff like that after, because I've had problems with my knees and stuff in the past. So eventually it just catches up with you. So then in your mind, sometimes, you're sitting in the shower, taking a shower, and listen, again, I'm talking about myself. You start thinking about the past and stuff. Go, I can still do that. I can do that. I can beat these guys in this and that and that. But in reality, you really can't. Because all the young guys come up, and pretty much take your place. And then one day somebody will take their place. That's how it usually works. But in your mind, it's like for example, if you might look in the mirror and go, oh, no, I don't look too bad today. I look like I lost a few pounds. And then you walk over the store and you catch your reflection in the mirror and you go, oh my God, what a fatty. So because in your mind, you're looking back, and you're not really thinking about that. In fact, me and Grandmaster Willis, we always joking the other day about stuff like that. How things just like completely different from before, And believe it or not, I weighed 148 pounds as black belt. I spent lightweight, 148 pounds. And now I'm 285 pounds, And I'd be okay. It's just for myself. It's just my legs. I can barely walk on my legs. I guess I just took too much of a toll on them for all those years, So it just is what it is. A lot of people can deal with it. I remember in the past I would see the old guys, which now I'm the old guy. But back then I would look at the old guys, but man, I won't never be like that guy. Look how old they got. They're out there trying to do this. They can barely do this. That's not going to be me. Well, sure enough, like I said, we take their place. Now they're pretty much past, and now we take their place. Just like in a tournament, you can be in the top of your game. You're the number one guy. But there's always that one person below you that wants to knock you off that pedestal because he wants to be number one. So when you're up there and you have your 15 minutes of fame and you sign the autographs and you take the pictures, and all that good stuff, and you travel all over, one day that's all going to be gone. And that guy below you, he takes your place. And as years go by, someone's going to take his place. And they're going to take his place. And they're going to take his place. That's how it usually works. And then, of course, yourself, you're getting older and older and older. When I started when I was around 10, 11, something like that, I was just a little kid, oh boy, karate, and stuff like that. As I got a little older, oh boy, then I really, focused on the martial arts, but then I'm looking back now, I'm going on 66, and I wish I can go back and do the things I could do, but I can't. And there's like a lot of people out there that think they can, but they can't. And there's a lot of people out there that are 65, 70 years old, and they're training really hard. They go out there, they do their push-ups, they do their running, they do their sparring the best of their capability and stuff like that, and they're doing it. Unfortunately, I can barely walk on my legs, so it's a little bit harder for me. So the ego part's kind of like getting, slapped around a little bit. But I know that I can still handle myself, The joke is if someone tell my guys, I go, yeah, I can kick your ass, just help me out of the chair first, and then they kind of go laugh, oh, funny, But the knowledge is always up here. It's like the old timers back then when you thought you'd never be like them, because you're cocky and you're young and, unbeatable, and then you get older, but the knowledge is there. So you can sit back and you go, look, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. I've been there before. And that's how that usually works. Like I said, a lot of people, they're fine with it. A lot of people, they can't deal with it. And I'm one of them. I got a big ego, and sometimes it's hard for me to do certain things. I get frustrated. I get depressed. I work with the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation on a daily basis, pretty much sometimes 24/7. We're working on this and teaching the kajukenbo all over the world and stuff like that. So I'm blessed that I'm able to do that. That I just want to sit back and just watch TV all day or do whatever. I'm still active in the martial arts, and I'll be that way till I die. That's be the last thing, I will never give up. Like I said, you might not be able to go out there and compete and do what you did before when you were younger, but that's just life. So, dealing with it, when you get older, you'll just have the knowledge in your head. Just keep that in mind. And you'll be able to spread that knowledge. And there's a lot of black belts. Like, I could teach a seminar, I just can't do the kicking like I used to be able to do. In fact, we have seminars coming up this next year all over the world, and we're going to be hitting them. I just can't do some of the things I did before. Anyway, I thought I'd just kind of throw that out there. So some people deal with it, some people can't. Some people are fine with it. I'm not. I don't want to get any older. But it's going to happen and stuff like that. So all I can do, my part, is just share the knowledge. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is not a long chapter. This is chapter 18. If you go to the YouTube channel and you see this, I didn't really push it out there to get a bunch of subscribers because I want to finish the book, and one of my black belts, Manuel Fernandez, is working on the book for me so we get it published and stuff. We got a few more chapters to do, some in detail chapters, and the book will be out. But you'll see mostly all the chapters on the book. And this is just a tip of the iceberg. In each chapter, there's more into detail and more private stuff that I didn't want to put on YouTube that you read in the book. So it'll be out soon. And if you do now, if you see the video, do try to subscribe so we get some more subscribers in there. Again, I appreciate it. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez, and have a blessed day.